Hi and welcome to Guitar Is My Thing. This is a cup of tea and a chat video, and it's going to focus on a pedal company that I really like and I think deserve a decent shout out. That is Bright Onion Pedals. If you're a pedal board kind of guy and you need utility pedals of any description, and I mean any description, from switches to amp control to in-out pedals, all that kind of stuff, anything you can think of for your pedal board, these guys probably make. So I've got a few of their things that I've bought over the years. It runs from simple kind of amp switches, stereo switches like that one, slightly larger amp switches like that one, so these can be powered or unpowered, to slightly more complex and more bespoke pedals. This was one I asked them to make because at the time I was using 3 guitars and into 1 amp, and this just kept life easy on stage. This is a 3-way switcher made at request, and that's the kind of service you get from these guys. So one of my very favourite pedals of theirs is this in-out pedal board junction box that really works between whether you have an effects loop or you don't have an effects loop. You simply set up your board as if you are going to be using with an amp with an effects loop, and if you happen then to use an amp that isn't, you just don't use certain sockets on this, as you can see by you just use the red routing instead of the white routing, and all of a sudden your pedal board that's set up for an effects loop will run all straight into the front end of an amp without an effects loop. So that's a really useful, clever little pedal that that serves a pretty multi-function on your board. Another unit that is a must-have if you're a 2 amp guy or you're running wet dry is this isolated AB pedal. So this is the unit that solves the problem of any ground loops, etc., between when you're using 2 amps for either of those reasons I mentioned. These things go at 75 quid roughly, which is a bargain price for what this gives you. It gives you phase switching and ground lift built into the pedal, and solves your problem for any wet dry or stereo amp rig. So one of the ways they built their reputation in the early days, I believe, is through building pedal loopers. So they will build you a pedal looper that's anything from 2, 3, 4 right up to about 12 pedal looping in one very long block for your board. So really worth checking these guys out. If you have a utility pedal need, then these guys will no doubt solve it for you. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your tea. Talk to you soon.